Is Neverness to Everness free-to-play friendly? We're currently in patch 1.0, which means that they're currently showering us with all of the gifts in the world. We're getting all the currency, all the pools. We're getting it all right now. Not only are we getting one character selector for the S rank standard banner, but we're also getting a second character selector for the standard banner. On top of that, we're also going to be getting an additional 10 pool worth of currency. And this is compensation that the Chinese server received due to issues on their end, but we are also getting it in the global server, which is definitely something to celebrate. But how free-to-play friendly is the game? Now, before we get into things, before we look at the store and discuss this, I've got to say thank you for 1,000 subs. We streamed live and I promised that at 1,000 subs I'd buzz my head. And here it is. Like, good God. I'm getting out of the military and it looks like I just joined. But thank you guys so much for 1,000 subs. We're going to get a Lacrimosa tattoo at 10k subs, so let's see if we could get that really quick. All right, so first taking a look at the gacha system, we've got the 0, 50-50. You're guaranteed to get the limited banner character. That's awesome. I feel like that is personally free-to-play friendly. You don't want to be wasting your pools on a character and then getting a standard banner character that you don't want. I'm hoping that they continue to give us ample amounts of standard banner pools. Of course, they can't give us the world, but what I'm hoping is that with the monetization that we're going to take a look at in a few minutes, that they are able to justify giving us a good amount of pools. But back to the limited banner. So pulling for a character is great and all. We've got your regular 90 pity. We've got our 1% hit rate. You're guaranteed an A rank every 10 pools. Great. That's all really cool. But with the way it's been looking, it feels like that 1% is more like 5 to 10%. I feel like it might just be the loudest denomination of people actually posting comments and coming and chatting about it. But I feel like people have been hitting on the limited banner like it's nobody's business. We're talking, got her in my first 10 pool. I got her in 40 pools. I personally hit in 40 pools. I got Nonally plus the car skin. And like, I was happy with that. Do I want this skin? I don't personally want the Phoenix Kick skin. I've got the schoolgirl skin, so I'm going to stick with that one. But that does lead us to our second point. Not only are we pulling on this banner in order to get the character that we want, but along the way, we've also got the additional perks such as the glider skin, the car skin, and the character skin that are also on the banner. You can also hit these on the banner, or if you meet the role requirements, you could get them, which I feel like them having the additional skin on the banner, I feel like that's a really great addition. I don't really care that they set it behind over 2 pities worth of character, like pools. Like, yeah, you're going to guaranteed get her twice by the time you get the skin, unless if you hit the skin early. I just think that having the option to pursue that, if you want to wail out on a character that you really like, if you saved 200 pity worth of pools for a character that you really want to invest in, it's really cool that they're giving us that as a bonus. I personally think so. I think the car skin is pretty cool. Like, it's not necessarily something you need, but it was something that I hit and it was exciting. And then the glider skins are glider skins. Like, those are always cool. It's cool to have additional little cosmetics that you can collect along the way while pulling for the character that you want. Or you can commit to pulling more in order to hit that character. And Hoda Studios has to make money somehow. Fortunately, our limited banner pity carries over to the next banner. That would be upsetting if it didn't. And I've seen many games currently going the route where your limited banner pity does not carry over to the next banner. So you have to save up until you have hard pity before you could justify pulling for a character. Otherwise, you could lose them all. Shoutouts to Uma Musume. Like, pulling for Tamamo Cross, I did not have enough pity to hit her, but I got lucky and hit her. I was a risk taker in that situation, but in a game like that, you have to have hard pity, or else you're wasting the opportunity at getting any characters. Fortunately, in this game, that's not the case. However, that is the case with the skin perks. The glider, the car, the character skin. That pity is going to reset each time we go to a new Scarborough Fair board. But honestly, I'm okay with that. We can't really have our cake and eat it too. They have to make their money somewhere. This is a completely free-to-play game, so I'm okay with the fact that that is not a pity that carries over. And then with the standard banner, The fact that we're getting not one, but 2 character selectors. The second character selector is coming out May 5th. That's what I've heard. So before you go commenting, asking when that's coming out, I've heard it's May 5th. I'm not 100% sure though. But the standard banner is a typical standard banner. I think we've got a pretty good roster of standard banner characters, but that's all there really is to say about that. I just really hope that they continue to give us a good amount of standard banner pools each patch, because not having a 50-50, whilst I think that is strictly a good thing, it does mean that we're only going to be getting our standard banner characters as we pull on the standard banner. Next up, we got to talk about the rebate system. I think it's really interesting that we've got our chess pieces, our war pieces, and our lost pieces on the banner. It can be something that we just hit and we get a decent amount of them. But the rebate system, which is what I've been calling it, is just that. It's what you've come to expect from other gacha games. You have the option with the premium rebate to buy more dice. You could buy weapon banner pools, and you could buy character copies for people from the standard banner. However, to my understanding, you do not have to have the character in order to purchase them from the rebate system from the warp exchange. So this could be an option if you're not able to hit a standard banner character to go and unlock them instead of investing into copies of one that you already have unlocked. Then the lost exchange, of course, has your typical resources as well as your dice and your tri-keys. I do think it is really cool that they give you 20 tri-keys that you can buy from the lost exchange. So you could get 20 pulls on the weapon banner from the lost exchange every month. My understanding is that this does reset monthly. As you can see here, it says monthly stock 1. Or if we take a look at the fonts here, it says monthly stock 20. So we've got our usual rebate resources and pools. And that is everything we've come to know and expect from our AAA gacha games. Then of course we've got our Rift Crystal permit, which is a good value for a monthly little $5. For the price of a Starbucks, you're able to get 3,000 fawns total. I think it's a pretty good deal personally. If you're a low spender, I think that this is like a must buy thing. It gives you almost 2 temples worth of currency. I think it's worth it. I think it's a good way to stock up, especially if you log in daily. And then in the gift center, you've got the hot deals in the prime picks. You've got pools in here. You've got a goat card in here, which is that's a vehicle right there. That's pretty sweet. It's no wheelchair, but you're able to purchase this with real money, or you could purchase it with fawns in the game. It's cool that they give us the option. It is interesting that they give us the option for an S rank arc as a purchasable item. This is one that would be good on the main character 0, and you could spend $3 to get it. I don't think that's a big deal. It's something that could benefit you. It's not going to make or break your game if you don't spend the $3 on it, but for $3, I think it's all right to be able to go and buy that. Something that I think is interesting though is doing the character dice. If you take a look at Nonali's banner, she has her own individual character dice, which you can purchase there in the shop. And if you're somebody who purchases pools in order to pool for characters, if you're a light spender or a heavy spender, you're going to get real good value out of these character dice when we get a new banner. It is a one-time purchase, but you're getting 10 pools for $15, whereas typically 10 pools is going to cost a little bit more than $15. We take a look at the Rift Crystal exchange. In order to get over 1600 without these double up rates, pay no attention to this. In order to get a 10 pool worth of currency, it's going to cost you close to $30. If you buy the $15, you get $980. If you buy two $5, you get $600. So that's $1,580. And then you could buy the $1 package for $60. It'd be $26 without these double up rewards, which like $26 for a 10 pool is kind of crazy. You do get more value from getting the higher packages. Technically, I think the $30 one is the most value. I'd have to redo the math, but with these double ups, you guys know how it works. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, this will reset, and dolphins or medium spenders will go through and purchase out all these and try and ride off of the monthly pass or whatever. If you're a low spender, you're going to get good value out of this $15 10 pool. And then in the prime picks, we have some other things you could purchase. Buying any of these like resources, I'm not so sure about that. Buying this 10 pool of keys for $880, that's like 50% off almost. A 10 pool on the Arc banner is 1600 currency, so that's a pretty good deal, which you could see I already took advantage of. But yeah, you could buy dice, 10 dice for the standard banner for half off. If you want to pull in the standard banner, that might be worth it. You could stock up on these handwritten letters to level up your characters super fast. If you're a whale, you could level up your characters right away. Just go spend some money. I don't know about that. I don't like spending money on resources that you can farm, but that's just me personally. Next up on monetization, we got to talk about the arc shop or the weapon banner. I do kind of wish that the weapon banner was just on the banner system instead of being in the shops, but they decided to put it in here and have it do its own thing. The way the weapon banner works is pretty interesting. You are guaranteed to hit the limited banner arc after 8 pulls. That's not 8 keys, that's 8 10 pulls. You're only able to do 10 pulls on here, and that costs 1600 currency. So whilst you are guaranteed the limited character's arc in that 8 10 pulls, you are also guaranteed an S-class arc. It could be the limited one every 6 10 pulls. So while I was pulling for Nonali's ready arc, I did hit 2 other S-class arcs, and then I hit Nonali's S-class arc on, I believe, my 50th or 60th pull. So I had pretty good luck with this. I was able to use the rebate system to buy 20 pulls. I bought the 10 pulls from the gift center. I think the weapon banner system overall is a pretty decent banner system. Whilst you're able to hit an S-class arc every 6 10 pulls, like that's great. It's got a low pity on that. Like you're not guaranteed to hit it there. You are guaranteed the arc within 80 pulls. But whether or not investing your currency is worth it for you in the arcs or the weapon banner, that's kind of up to you. I personally am investing in Nonali's, or I have already invested in it. But regardless, being able to buy the monthly keys from the Lost Exchange, you could reach a pity's worth for a weapon banner every 4 months, as long as you're able to maintain that currency from the lost pieces. On top of that, you could head into the Hunter Exchange. You can buy 8 tri-keys for 24,000 fawns each, and you could buy 100 annulith for 150 fawns each. As you level up your tycoon system, you're going to get access to more tri-keys and more annulith, as you can see here. As we progress in the game, you'll get access to resources in the Hunter Exchange, which will cost you fawns. I haven't bought any yet because I don't need them yet, and I don't want to waste all my fawns just yet. But the Hunter Exchange is a cool way to be able to spend fawns. Once we're all super far deep into the game, this could be something that we could spend our money on. Give us a reason to continue working in our video game. And then this is the big deal for me. We've got the fashion shop. Having all of these character skins on release is pretty awesome. Not only that, like look at these. We've got 4 skins here that you cannot even purchase with the premium currency or money. They want you to spend the in-game money that we earn, our fawns, on these character skins. That's awesome. But a game dropping with already having 2 strictly monetized skins, I think that's really great. I would love to see them pump these skins out. I want them to monetize the hell out of skins whilst still giving us some free options because it's a lot of fun unlocking skins, but I want them to monetize the hell out of the skin system. I bought this one. I don't know if I'll buy the cheese one, but I might later. But if they're monetizing these and if people are more likely to spend money on these, I feel like that's going to give them more incentive to give us more pulls and currency on a regular basis. Not only are they monetizing those 2 big skins right off the bat with their little discounts so you get FOMO and you actually go and buy it, we've also got access to the Daffodil and the Zero skin, which you can purchase with fawns, or you could spend money to buy them. So what this really shows me is that they're giving us options. We can work hard and wait and earn these, or we could just buy them. And of course, this is a free-to-play game and they have to make some money. They also have some skins that are strictly pay to buy. And then kind of following that, we've got the vehicle skins. If you're into customizing your vehicles, you have the option to earn, or you have the option to buy. Again, options, which I really love to see. And then we've got this glider skin, which you have to pay to buy it. I couldn't see myself doing that, but it is an option. Lastly, we've got to take a look at the Battle Pass, also known as the Circle Bounty. Looking at it, it's a Battle Pass. It's what we've come to know and expect from Battle Passes. There's a free tier, there's a elite tier, and you pay $10 to unlock the elite tier, or you pay $20 to get a little frame and unlock the elite tier. There's resources, there's pools. It's exactly what we've come to expect from free-to-play gacha games and Fortnite or whatever. Every game's got its battle pass. Got dailies, it's got weeklies, it's got seasonals. And of course, we've got our S rank arc that we're able to select at level 30 of the battle pass. So that is a benefit that you receive if you pay for the premium portion of the battle pass. The battle pass is battle pass. So is Neverness to Everness free to play friendly? I think it's a little early on to be discussing that, seeing as we are only in 1.0. We're being showered with a ton of rewards and we don't know what the future looks like. We don't know what future patches are going to offer us, and we don't know what power creep is going to look like. So we have no idea how gated future content is going to be by characters. I currently don't expect it to be that bad though. They are so focused on the life sim aspect of the game that I don't think that they're going to like lock combat content and endgame stuff behind a character being OP and other characters being too weak. I do think it's a good sign that we're receiving the compensation that China's receiving instead of leaving us folks in global out. And I also think that the way things look with monetizing skins and cosmetics, I think that is a good sign that they are going to get their money, and hopefully that they're going to provide the more free-to-play members of the community with a good stream of premium currency. I'd love to know what your guys' opinions are down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. A like would be appreciated if you enjoyed hanging out with me and listening to me yap, and a subscription would be appreciated if you want to get me to 10K to get a non-elite tattoo. We have to set a time limit on that, but let's get there. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope that you're enjoying Neverness to Everness's release and my buzzed head. Peace.